Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus, and today we are going to be doing 1 hour of Last Stand. So this is a team that goes Flagellant, Man-at-Arms, Houndmaster, Highman, and it is a team that everyone likes because Highman is just going to go absolutely Super Saiyan. So we're going to start off by dropping a Duelist Advance here just to deal with Ultra Pass that my opponent has. So we're playing against Nevermore, and they have what looks like definitely a stress team, which is interesting because they aren't really too high up. I think they're apprentice ranked, so that's interesting. And they're gonna go straight for the Hanseri, so there's the immediate crit riposte. My hit chance sucks, by the way, but I'm just gonna crit riposte immediately because there's no justice in this world. So I'm gonna drop a command, so if they do try to hit into my Harman again, I can actually have a decent chance of hitting. Well, with the crit you actually give yourself more accuracy, but let's have a quick look at the trinkets. So the Flagellant here is basically just a support. He's here to just drop those reclaims and be very, very difficult to take out. Why did I 31 stress? Jesus Christ, that's insane. I thought my Gauntlet of Absolution would have cleared it. How am I at 31 already with the Flagellant? That's brutal. But it doesn't really matter too much. At this point we can just drop a Punish because we're really not under any significant danger. I'm just gonna drop it on the Heli and start doing DOT to her. So you basically have the Flagellant with Gauntlet of Absolution and Exotic Snuff, which means that you're very tanky with the Gauntlet and you're also very difficult to stun or disrupt with the Snuff. And you can just drop Reclaim if any of your characters is getting focused down. Probably the Man-at-Arms, because the Houndmaster is typically going to be guarding the Highman, which I should probably do here. Yeah, I should probably guard, because it's going to allow me to actually resist those debuffs and not take any stress at all from the Bellows. So I'm going to do that by the start of round 2. So yeah, the doggy has a lot of dodge with Monkey Spawn, Padded Arm Guard, and you're probably going to drop a bolster as well, so you're going to be really difficult to dig out with all the amount of dodge that you have. Supposedly, dodge in the Butcher's Circus often doesn't really work as much as you'd want it to, but oh well. And yeah, the Highman is the one that's being guarded, and of course he also has Repulse, so you're gonna have a pretty good matchup against anything that's AoE, and you're just gonna bring 2 trinkets, which honestly just change. It's not really there's not really any consensus as to what you should bring on the Last Stand team, because kind of everything works on the Iron Man. What I like to bring is the Grim Bandana, that's for sure, because the plus crit and strength out on it is really freaking good for the Grape Shot. And I'm just bringing Sturdy Buckle here in case my Iron Man is kind of like the last character standing, or like one of the 2 last characters standing, and if in case there's stuns he's going to be able to resist them. That's kind of just the idea behind it. So now I'm going to drop a Vendetta here. I'm going to drop it on the character with the most amount of dodge, so that would be the Antiquarian. Hopefully get the debuff. Yes, we do, that's good. So my opponent has already lost a lot of HP, but they have a lot of stress output, let's be honest here. With even with Rotting Trophy and with Attack Whistle, Crimson Hook, and with Hellions debuffs, like, they're doing a lot of stress on my side, a surprising amount, especially considering there's Numbing Instance here, but it shouldn't be the end of the world, honestly, because I still have Flagellant here, so it's really difficult to beat this team with stress. You need to have something that is either the Immortal team, which just has its own stress healing, and then it can kind of outpace this, or you need to have something that doesn't really suffer against Riposte, which, you know, this just does. If you look at that Hanseri, it's basically doing nothing to the Flagellant, it's missing the Houndmaster, it's getting riposted by the Harman, also dealing 0 stress because of the buff, and it doesn't really hurt the Man-at-Arms too much because he has Numbing Instant, so you don't really have any sort of soft characters on your opponent's side. So here we're gonna drop the Duelist Advance and potentially get a Death Blow. We don't, but it's okay, it's a Death Star check, and with a few more of those, we will certainly win this match number 1. So this is the continuation of the 1 hour series. There's another crit riposte. Look at the crit chance. Yeah, after you Vendetta, your crit chance just goes through the roof. It's absolutely epic. I still have 3 dodge rounds, so I can actually just go for a Hanseri here and maybe just get a kill, so I'm gonna do it. No, 40 and no kill. Well, I can just drop a Grape Shot by the start of next round, we'll be alright. That doggy is pretty much gone at this point. This team is definitely a bit on the slower side of things, but once you get set up with the Vendetta and with the Repulse and with the guards and all that, Grape Shot Blast is just gonna absolutely destroy everything. That's what we're gonna do here. You're probably just gonna drop Grape Shot Blast twice or 3 times as well. You're gonna stop dropping those Repulses. So we have a bit of minus accuracy here. It might be a good idea to just drop a command buff. Yeah, can't go wrong with it, honestly. give myself a bit more accuracy. Not only that, dropping command buffs also makes your guarded characters do more damage, so it's even better. Hopefully I resist the debuff. Oh, I don't, that's so sad. Well, I'll still have a lot of plus damage, but it's alright. So let's drop a punish here, and then we're gonna drop a grape shot by the start of next round, and it's gonna hurt quite a bit, hopefully. They do have some protection, so maybe it doesn't hurt as much as we want it to, but you'll see how much it can actually freaking do. So here comes another Festering Vapors, repulse for 18, no crit by the way, and they have 3 characters at this store at this point. Oh my god. Yeah, I could drop a Houndsary here, but I'm gonna drop the grape shot first, or the Houndsary. The Houndsary would counter that regen on the Antiquarian, so technically it is better to go for a Harry here. Yeah, let's drop a Harry actually, and I actually get a death one, it's nice, and that is gonna counter the regen with the DOT. So my opponent's team is just completely crumbling here. It takes us a little bit of setup time with the last stand, but once you do actually get set up, it's very difficult to break through this, very, very difficult. So here comes more bellows, it just doesn't do anything. It might hit my doggy every once in a while, but it does no stress to the character that's guarded, because of the buffs from the guard, it's minus stress taken and debuff resistance, and it also basically does nothing to the flagellant, because, you know, he doesn't take any stress because of Gauntlet, and he also doesn't really care for damage debuffs, because his abilities just bleed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And the Man-at-Arms, even though he's been hit with all the freaking abilities this entire match, he doesn't even care. He's only at 100 stress, and he's very, very far from dying. Because once he takes a lot of DOT, I'm just gonna drop a Redeem on him, and the match just keeps on going, everything's perfectly okay. So look at my accuracy, 150 accuracy, that's finale. That's finale levels of accuracy right there. And I'm just gonna drop a Bellow here, maybe get an Affliction going on my opponent's side. So you can win without getting Afflictions, your collateral damage is definitely huge with that Grave Shot Blast, but don't expect every match to go like this. You're probably gonna have do more defensive actions with your Flagellant and just drop punishes every now and then, because you usually don't get the time to drop a punish. So here I'm actually just gonna drop the Duelist Advance first before I get debuffed again, and yeah, that's a decent amount of damage right there. This Man-at-Arms doesn't really stand a chance. Between Punish and the Houndsaries that are about to come, like, it's impossible at this point. He does have Ramparts, which is interesting. I definitely liked my opponent's team. I feel like it could be decent if it had a Flagellant instead of a Man-at-Arms, or no, instead of a Hellion. But, I mean, isn't that true for every single team? Wouldn't it be better if it had a Flagellant? Yeah, it would. So we lost our Darkest One yesterday because of ER at the end of the video, so I'm not going to spell that too much, but yeah, let's go on to match number 2. Alright, and here we go, on to a match number 2, this time against Weeb number version 3, that's an interesting name, and they have the Halo comp of all teams, so it looks like they know who they're playing against because I saw the little mouse wiggle there. And they have a bit of a weird Halo comp. I think they're probably at like Prestige 46 or something because they have Stabilizing Tiller but not the Sacred Blade. So that's an interesting setup on their side. What do we want to do first? Here's the question. Well, pulls are annoying. They're definitely annoying. I think I'm gonna set up my riposte first. I'm just gonna hit into this Bounty Hunter here and just be happy, honestly. I might get stunned, I might not. I do have the Numbing Incense and the Exotic Snuff, so it is quite unlikely. So in terms of trinkets for the Man-at-Arms, which is the only character I didn't mention, we just have Protector's Kite and Numbing Incense. In case the doggy just stops guarding for some reason, we can still guard with the Man-at-Arms, and Numbing Incense is just overall very good trinket. It gives you stun resistance, gives you minus stress taken, it's good for every matchup really. You just can't go wrong with it. So they went Battle Valve first, so my dodge is kind of not too good anymore, which isn't great. I could go for the bolster, or you know what, I'm gonna go for the bolster because even with the Battle Valve they might still miss an ability or two. So let's just drop this. I do like the colors on their characters though. Blue, not very blue, but you know, it's okay. So they are indeed gonna pull my Houndmaster here, which isn't too much fun. I suppose I will just drop a regen on that and just take it from there. Hopefully they don't one-shot me. There's definitely a pretty decent chance they one-shot me. They have a 90% hit chance on there, so it's not looking too good for me. They're gonna go for the stun. Do they get it? No, they do not get it, which is quite nice. Well, I guess I'm just gonna drop a Houndsary in that case and miss every character but 2. Not looking too good. I could have dropped a guard there to give myself some dodge, that was definitely a possibility, but I don't think that would have been the smartest of plays. I might just have to shift the guard here and just guard my doggy with the man-at-arms. The hit chances are never confirmed, so I'm kind of hoping on that just saving me here. I'm missing a Crusader with one dodge. Yeah, it's just it's a bit unsavory how I actually have to drop command buffs if I want to hit. I do suppose I only have monkey swap for accuracy on the Hound series, so it is perfectly understandable here. They're gonna go for the bounty hunter action first. That's smart, but risky. It is smart, but it is quite risky. It's risky because now their only kill shot is with the Jester. Yeah, they do have kill shot here, but if they fail it with the Jester, then they're gonna be quite screwed. What do I want to go for? The guarding is definitely not the play here, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think guarding here is the play, not against the Dirk Snap that's coming, or Harvest, or, you know, maybe even Caltrip start of next round. I think that I'm just gonna drop a Vendetta for now and just take it from there. Drop a Vendetta on this Jester, fail the debuff, of course, and see where that takes us. So my doggy is... Oh, we have big Bianca interference today, but my doggy is essentially gone now because Dirk Snap is probably a kill. But if it isn't, then I'll just be able to click regen and then just take it from there. So I might stay alive for a little bit, hopefully. They're gonna drop a Dirk Snap, nope, say goodbye to your hopefully Shep. And they do still have dodge on this Jester, that's so annoying that they actually have dodge there, it is really freaking annoying. Well, what do I want to do now is the question, because we're definitely in a rough spot here. Most definitely in a rough spot. They're gonna shoot someone. I might just give myself some protection here and just drop this. And hope that my Flagellant can kind of just survive on his own. So I'm just gonna tank up with these two characters, just start dropping a few grape shots, hope that I don't miss the Jester. If I do miss the Jester, I'm gonna rage. I'm definitely gonna rage, because I should have gotten that Vendetta debuff. It's so brutally annoying when you don't. But yeah, well, what can you do, right? Okay, their Crusader now is gonna go for a Bulwark of Light availability. It's actually not a bad play, because Grape Shot does a lot of damage naturally. So now I'd like to go for a Punish here, but you know, there's really no possibility of doing that, so I'm just gonna go for a Punish there, and I actually get the bleed somehow without the Curse of the Spiked Bat. Yeah, I don't have Spiked Bat, but I get a bleed on the Crusader. And when I have Spiked Bat, I don't get bleeds on like Bounty Hunters, because that's fair. This game is too funny sometimes. So they're actually going to cure the bleed because they don't really have any amazing targets. So I suppose it does make sense. I could just guard here again, but I want to wait for their move and see what they actually want to do. So I'm going to drop a Duelist Advance here. Like, if they mark me, I'm definitely going to guard again, because then I'm going to have 75% prot, and that's very difficult to break through, even with the Piercing Coil. So I'm just gonna wait and see what they actually want to do here. If they do drop Caltrips, they will get repulsed, so it's a bit scary for them. What do they want to do? They're gonna mark for death. They're definitely gonna mark for death, so I'm gonna just drop a guard here. And just keep going from there. So I will have 75% protection here, which is definitely still possible to break through. But I will drop a Reclaim, and then I'll probably have Redeem soon, and then I'll just start spamming grape shots into my opponent and hopefully take it from there and just win. My biggest concern here is a finale just kind of ruining my plans, but hopefully that doesn't happen. They're gonna drop a Harvest here, which doesn't get to bleed. That's good, that's really good. I will drop, if I drop a Reclaim now, I'll go to 16 HP, which sucks. It does suck, but I have to go for it anyway. I might change the guard. I could change the guard from the Hyoman to the Flagellant, actually. If it really comes down to that, if they really want to drop a Finale on my Flash. But then they can shoot the Hyoman and then Finale the Hyoman. So there's definitely a lot of tricks here if you're my opponent. So they're gonna go for the Sniper Shot to get a crit for 19. Here's the biggest problem. They're gonna start getting crits and they're gonna do more damage with each crit because the Butcher Circus is just stupid like that. The Arbalist can give herself more damage over and over and over again by just getting more crits. So even if you survive the first shots, you're not going to survive the next ones. It's unfair, but you know, such is the way of the Butcher Circus. A double crit, okay, good stuff. I will just drop a Bellow debuff here, hopefully stay alive for a bit longer. I do think I will keep the first guard buff still. Right, the prot. Yeah, it does stay, and now we actually do a little debuff here on the Arbalist, which is very minimal, but It's something here, alright, it's something. So let's see what is actually going on here. I really hope I get some grape shot crits. I do quite need them. So they're gonna drop another harvest, just trying to counter my regens. That means they don't drop a finale at this point, so that's generally good for me. And here comes grape shot blast with the dodge. Oh, I really can't have this happening. Goddamn dodges on the Jester, unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable, honestly. Maybe I should be dropping command buffs instead of Bellows, but I kind of have to reduce their damage a little bit, or else it's just not very good for me, right? So they're gonna drop a finish him for 1 damage. Honestly, you're better off dropping caltrips there if you ask me. And the next round I do have reclaims, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna drop a punish here on the Crusader. Hopefully get a bleed, but nope. Yeah, no bleed, sadly. I will drop a redeem by the start of next round on this flagellant for sure, or else he'll just finale me, and that's not fun. So here comes a sniper shot. This time it only hits for 9, which is definitely not a lot. They might go for a stun. If they get it, it's game over, essentially. I can guard again. I can change the guard to the flash, but if they do get the stun, it would be sort of game over. But no, they don't get it. That's very, very good for me. Now I will just click here and I will drop a redeem onto the man-at-arms and just hope that I can survive after that. Yeah, the mark isn't going away just yet. I have to drop more cards as well. And I'll just keep dropping those grape shots. So I did get a crit, so my accuracy has gone up. So that might help me a little bit here. Yeah, a little bit, not a lot. What are they gonna do? Their best plan, their best chance is actually just to focus down my flagellant here. I think that's what they could be doing. And but that's not what they're doing. If they keep dropping more harvests, it's actually gonna get really, really rough for them. If I do this, they can drop a caltrips now, but it's not the after all. Oh, only 6 damage. It really isn't a lot. Come on, I need crits. I really need crits. Grim Bandana, don't let me down here. They can actually drop caltrips now because their boss is gone, but no, they drop a finish him instead. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts, not gonna lie. Well, I have to drop more guards here, else I just get stunned now. So let's do that. I will change the guard eventually, or else I just drop a finale. I'll change the guard by the start of next round, because they're definitely gonna go stun here, and then they just have too much damage. I'm still at 75 prot, so I'm okay. The mark is going away soon as well. They only have 1 crit, so hopefully it doesn't hurt me all that much. Did they get the stun? No, they don't. Thank goodness for Snuff. Yeah, Snuff is really helping us out here. It's surprising. Usually Snuff doesn't really help all that much, but this time around it actually is. So now, most sadly, we have to change the guard, or else we just get finale'd. Even changing the guard, they can now focus my Harriman down, which is really bad, but, you know, maybe we can survive. Just maybe. I might just drop a duelist advance into the Bounty Hunter, maybe get some pressure going that way. If they mark my Harriman right now, they're not doing a very smart play, because after doing that, they just I just move forward with duelist advance, so they go for the correct play and get a crit. I love Arbalist. Do you love Arbalist? Everyone loves Arbalist. I do min damage on the duelist advance. Please. Please, I don't want to lose this match. Not like this. Oh my god. I don't even get it. But that's still on that BH. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get stunned now. That's probably gonna be enough damage. Yeah, 6 damage. They have finale now. They don't really need to get the stun. You know what? I can go redeem. I'm gonna go redeem here. It's greedy, but I'm gonna go for it. I also, how much did I hit Raboss for? Was it 10? I mean, 10 is okay. 10 is okay, I guess. Yeah, I have to drop my second redeem here, because if I don't, my Harman just dies and then it's over. Yeah, if my Harman doesn't live here, like, look at my opponent's side. They've taken like nothing in terms of pressure. I've been able to do like 0, so it wouldn't really matter all that much. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna drop more harvests? That's definitely a good play if they do that. Yeah, here come more harvests. Those dang harvests just keep coming down. At least I resist the bleed this time around. And what does the Bounty Hunter want to do here? I do have point blank shot, but that's literally all that I have going for me. They're just gonna go for finish him, do 2 damage. You know you have caltrips, right? Yeah. What is the play? Biggest problem with PBS here is that, you know, just shoot and kill, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I don't get a crit on the PBS, not even a knockback on the PBS. Oh, this silly game. Yeah, the biggest problem with Last Stand is that you don't really have a lot of stress output, so playing against damage teams is going to be a little rough from time to time, but, you know, such is the way of the Butcher Circus. Having to drop the Duelist Advance like round 1 definitely didn't help me all that much. What's not helping is all these crits either, they're really not helping me all that much. Do I think I still have a winning chance? Well, it's quite small, but it is there. Even though it is very, very small. I have to get Afflictions, so I'm gonna drop a battle here. Maybe the Afflictions will help me out. What I can do is I can just guard the Flagellant and just keep dropping Reclaims on the Man-at-Arms, and maybe I can survive for a while. And maybe with the Affliction I can get like an Act Out hit or something ridiculous like that. Maybe Crusader says no to a heal. And after him saying no to a heal, maybe we take him out. Chancer's going to be very, very easy to kill after the finale. At this point, what they have to do is just Dirk Stab my Highman, or even just drop a Harvest. And even if they get reposed for... No, that's definitely not the correct play. They didn't need to go for a crit 50, you know, they can just get the kill with the finish him, and then I definitely don't have a winning chance. But, you know, they went for that, which is okay, I guess. I'm gonna drop the Punish here and hopefully get a crit and just win from there. But no, I miss an 86% hit chance. Good job, Exotic Snuff. You're doing amazing. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. I do not think I'm gonna win this one. And they get the 30% stun. Okay, no, it's over. Well, GG's to my opponent. They did like one play which was questionable, but honestly at that point the match was entirely over. So big GG's to them, and let's go on for match number 3. Alright, and here is match number 3, this time playing against Tori, which is someone I've never actually played against, so maybe it's someone with a new name, I don't know, but they're Darkest One, so it's quite surprising we haven't played yet. And they have Shield Spike Man-at-Arms, so that's going to be kind of a menace here. And they have definitely a support team, yeah, definitely a support stress team. What's their output? What's their damage output here? Is it just Bellows and Punishes? That's so interesting. They have a very interesting team going. Well, what do I want to do first? A bolster would be nice as well. So yeah, I'll just drop a bolster here and just take it from there. So this is going to be an interesting match because they have infinite healing and infinite stress healing. So technically I don't really win this one, but hopefully I do. So I have done a little change. I changed my Highman from position 4 to position 3, so I can start dropping the grape shots immediately, which is definitely going to help me out here. So I don't have a confirmed hit chance with the Vendetta, so I'm not going to try it. If I miss it, I'm just going to rage too much, so it wouldn't be a smart idea. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to maybe wear out the Flagellant. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, let's wear this Flagellant out. I feel like between the grape shots and the punishes, I might be able to wear him out quite a bit and then just win from there. It's something that you can sort of do in a Flagellant versus Flagellant matchup. You can just exhaust the enemy Flag. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do here. Of course, it's not going to be too much in my favor because they have regen and heals and stress heals and all that, but we'll be okay, I think, and at the end of the day. So, Musketeer, what does she want to do? She wants to go for a smokescreen, immediate smokescreen, double dodge, of course. I went for bolster, so very unlikely that you actually hit those. And I will just drop the Vendetta here and get a crit on it. Oh, thank God for the debuff. Well, the reason I have to go for my Highman action first is because I don't want to lose the guard buffs, because the guard buffs do go away after a bit, so I want to drop a guard dog, get those buffs, and not waste the first round on them. So I want to use my Highman action before I want to use my Houndmaster action. So it's what I'm going to be attempting here. So they're actually also going to try to wear my Flagellant out. They do have guard break, not really guard break, but they have a way of bypassing guard, which is buckshot and festering vapors, so I cannot really guard and just take it from there, unless I do this, but then there's still festering vapors, so it wouldn't really work. So here comes the guard, so no smoke screen debuffs for you, hopefully. They don't have any debuff chance, so they are very lucky if they actually get to hit that. So they're probably just gonna drop another Rejuvenating Vapors here. Yeah, there they go. Just Rejuvenating Vapors gameplay right here. And I will just start dropping command buffs, I believe. Command buffs or another guard? Hmm. Another guard first sounds smart. Or I might just drop Hound's Ares because no, they will have riposte. They will have riposte, so it's maybe not the smartest thing. Is the riposte gonna hurt? It is. Should I drop Grape Shot before I drop a command buff? What's my accuracy? It's not guaranteed. I'll drop a command buff first. I think it's overall better if I do this. Of course, with the regen, my damage output isn't really gonna matter all that much with the command unless I get some big crits with the Grape Shot. It's basically just gonna be the stress that's really gonna threaten my opponent here. And it's not even going to do that much, mostly just against the Musketeer, so we're definitely in a rough place here. They actually decide to go Bell instead, which is surprising. I feel like just going Retribution here would have been a much better play for them, but if they want to drop Bellows, then so be it. Here come the Grape Shots, and no crits right off the bat, but that's okay, it's okay. The crits are coming, don't worry about it, they are definitely coming here. So here comes the Musketeer with those ranging shots, and here come the stress heals, or yeah, here come the stress heals indeed. I'm gonna do 0 stress throughout this entire freaking match, and it's gonna be the best thing in the world. So please do 3 damage, that would be great. Yes, that is 3 damage, please get the bleed, and yes, I do get the bleed. And it's not enough though, because of the regen, but it's alright. Yeah, if I had gotten a grit there for 9 damage, I would have put him down to 0. But that's not what we got. But he is going to go down to 0 next round, so that's very, very good for me. Because either the Musketeer is going to have to heal him, or he's going to have to heal himself. Both are kind of bad for my opponent here, so... bad for them is good for me, and that's exactly what I want. So here come the Hound's Ares. They're just going to do little bits of stress and little bits of DOT to my opponent. They're really not going to do too much, honestly. I might just focus on guarding instead. It really depends on what the outlook of the match here is. If they have Retribution, then I'll definitely not try it. It just wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, they are gonna go for the Retribution. Interesting that they go on the Flash. They actually do 2 damage with that against the Prot. That's surprising. They are dropping down to 0 there. Even with regen, they're dropping down to 0, so they'll have to heal somehow, some way. And I will actually just drop another command buff. Or a Bellow. Bellow or command buff? Well, Bellow would definitely ruin your damage output. Command buff would give me more damage output. Bellow or command is the question, the ultimate question. You know what, I'm gonna command. I need to give myself more damage here. That's exactly what I want to do. More damage from my characters. I want this Hireman to absolutely hurt with those Grape Shot blasts, because my opponent doesn't really have a lot of protection. So we are gonna hurt. We are definitely gonna hurt. We're gonna drop another ranging shot. That probably means they want to drop an Exsanguinate and not Redeem if they're going for the accuracy buffs here. And I will just drop another guard with my Houndmaster now, and just wait for my opponent to just use their actions up. Because if they use their anti-current action now, she's probably going to drop another Rejuvenating Vapors, honestly. And after that, we still have 2 attacking actions, so they're going to be forced to go for a heal, which is nice for me, obviously. So here comes the Grape Shot. Let's do it. Grape Shot, no crits, 23% crit chance, and still no crits. Unbelievable. But it's going to keep stacking up, yeah. Slowly but surely, we're going to keep doing a lot of damage. We're going to drop another command buff next round as well. So the Artist Store here, they can risk it and just go for a punish, but that would be sort of insane by them, so they're going to have to go aggressive here. If they go Exsanguinate on me, I'll just go Exsanguinate on them, so it's okay. I feel like they're definitely misplaying here. They don't have enough stress. They could have just gone for a heal with the patch up or something of the likes. I feel like they didn't really need to do something like this. So now I have a lot of crit chance. I mean a lot of crit chance. So my chance of actually just punishing this Flash for a lot is good. So it's exactly what I'm gonna do here. I might actually have a kill this round unless they heal with the Musketeer. I actually just have to drop a command buff, and then the Grape Shot might do 13. I just need to get a little bit lucky with it. Or they can drop a Defender, but that's really not gonna change too much for them if I just keep dropping Grape Shots, I don't think. So that's exactly what I'm gonna try doing here. I'm probably gonna have to drop a Redeem as well, so I don't even care. So here comes the command buffs, plus if they're dropping guards, they're having to alternate between Defender, Riposte, and they're never going to drop Bellows, so it's good for me overall. So here come more Rejuvenating Vapors. That regen is definitely concerning. And here comes more Grape Shot Blast. They actually have a lot of prot now, so even with crit it won't be enough. Come on, 11 on the Musketeer? She has no prot. I had 3 buffs. I really need more damage. So unbelievable. 3 rounds of command buff grape shot, so not a single crit. This is insane. Absolutely insane. And bullshit as well. Yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. They do have reclaims to drop there on the region, so that's messed up for me. I am slowly losing this. Very slowly losing this. Dropping this will drop him down to 0. I do 0 damage and then I apply a bleed. No, it doesn't really drop him down to 0. Do I just have to drop another guard here? I could just guard the flagellant, but that's not gonna work out too well for me because they still have festering vapors. Sure, I can drop Duelist Advance, but I don't have any follow-up to it. So it's really not gonna match all that much. This doesn't look like a good matchup at all, not gonna lie. Doesn't look like a good matchup at all. Well, it shouldn't be the end of the world here. I think I can still win this. It's just gonna be rough. And here come the reclaims. Yes, of course. Reclaims onto that MAA. And I have to drop a heal at this point. I could be greedy, but honestly that would be greedy. So I'm just gonna do this. Crit 48 heal, how nice. Yeah, it's not gonna change anything though. Alright, they're bleeding out for quite a bit. But here come more regions. God damn it, Aquarian. This is why I don't really like playing stress teams like this. Like, sometimes they work really, really well. Sometimes they're just not working for you. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks. But you're still taking 1 DOT. Please do 5. Oh, boy. Butcher Circus. Please change. It's usually never change, but this time it's please change, because look at this. I had 49 damage, 24% crit chance, I think. No, 19, it was 19 there. Yeah, and I do 4 damage, which basically means that the flagellant will not be... will be okay. But they just go for a heal anyway, so he's gonna be okay. Alright, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? This goddamn festering vapors is what's ruining me. If it weren't for that, I could just guard and I would be okay as well. This match is gonna take ages. This match is gonna be the entire duration of the video. Yeah, especially if I take so long to act. I'm gonna try dropping a command, a bellow buff here, just a bellow debuff here, just see what happens. Maybe reduce that damage a little bit, maybe try going for a Hound's area after that, because being defensive here, it's just not gonna work out for me. They have too much stress healing and too much rejuvenating vapors. I'm not gonna be able to win this if it goes around 40. I don't have infinite sustain, sadly. I mean, I do with reclaim, but then I'll be at this store and then I'll just go down. I don't have stress healing. It's not gonna work out too well for me, even if they don't like 0 to my side of the team at this point. So they drop a retribution there, which is interesting, and I guess I just have to start dropping the Harrys. Like, if I don't win this through just Harry pressure, I'm not gonna win at all, so I just have to start dropping them, maybe get an affliction through. That's already 38 stress on the Musketeer, so that's good. And just try to win that way. That's what I have to do here, so they're definitely gonna keep up the pressure with the punish. And it is pressuring me indeed. I could drop a punish here on that man at arms, but I'll just drop a reclaim on the higher man, make sure that he stays very far away from this store, and just take it from there. Yeah, we have to go aggressive. We have to go hard or go home here. It's still not going to be easy, but there is definitely a chance we win. So ranging shot for the stress heal, please fail. No fails. And I guess I'm just gonna drop. I'm gonna drop my final grape shot last with the buff, and let's see. Still no crits. We do get a max roll on it, but it's really not gonna matter. Yeah, still no damn crits. It's so annoying, honestly. Well, you're actually really close to that store here. That's good. No, there's gonna be another rejuvenating vapors. It doesn't matter. Oh, this game. Okay. Well, we're gonna drop another Hound's Area. The guard is still gonna be up, so that's good. And we still have 72 dodge. Yeah, the DOTs are definitely stacking up. Oh, it's actually enough. Yeah, it is actually enough. Good. The Flagellant's actually dropping down to 0 here. So they are gonna have to drop a heal to Flagellant, or else they will be at this store, and then, like, a Grape Shot Blast kill will just be GG, so they definitely have to heal here. If they don't, they're absolutely insane. Yeah, just absolutely. Are they gonna drop a redeem on the Musketeer? Is that it? What do they wanna do? It's interesting how I still have so much bleed on them, considering that the last time I punished them was like ages ago. They've been guarding for a while. Yeah, they are gonna drop a redeem, so that's both the redeems gone, isn't it? That's actually really good. They healed for 29 because of the Musketeer healing buff on there. That's why they actually healed for so damn much. And now I will have to drop more command buffs here, or else I'm just gonna start missing. But I can drop a bellow first, honestly. Do I drop a bellow first? Sure, it's doing stress to the Musketeer, so it's good. The thing here is, I can always hit that Musketeer with the Grape Shot Blast, so even if she does cure stress with ranging shot, she's really not curing enough. I will get an affliction on her eventually. So that's really, really good for me. Of course, my Flagellant here is going through some pain, but I'm gonna have to risk the 20% right now. At least I think so. They might not do damage with the Man-at-Arms. That's kind of my hope here, is that they don't do damage. Of course, I won't go for a punish, because they'll definitely do damage on that. But Retribution might not do it, so that's what I want here. Is that really what I should do? I only have one round of debuffs. Should I drop another Acclaim there? Or should I drop a Reclaim here? Yeah, let's drop another Acclaim here. Let's just go from there. Yeah. So the debuff goes away, and now we can just go for some healing action then with the Redeem. They're definitely gonna go for a 20%. If they get it, I'll just surrender and just go on to the next match. But if they don't get it, then I still have a winning shot here. I have to take this risk, honestly. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, well... Is it GG? Yeah, there's no way I win at this point. I kind of just had to take a risk there, because if I don't, my healing skills are just gonna go away way too early, and I'm just gonna die, so... I kind of just had to be a little bit greedy there to keep my Flagellant alive for longer. It's sad, but, you know, such is the way of the Butcher Circus, so let's go on for the next match. Alright, and here we go for match number 4, I believe, and this time we're playing against I Hate You, so interesting name. I've played against this person before. Looks like they still hate me, and they are playing what looks like kind of a Mark team, not really, kind of a stun team with heals, very, very weird one. Let's see, how do I want to play against this? What do I want to do here? Well, they have stuns, but they're not really gonna match all that much. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna guard the Higher Man first, because that's gonna give me dodge on Houndmaster, which is really good, and it's also gonna prevent me from just getting stunned by the Vestal, which would be quite bad. So they're gonna go Uppercut, we hopefully resist it because of Snuff. Oh, we actually do. Nice, good stuff. And they surrender, so that's gonna be... It's honestly not a very good matchup for them with all the stun resistance I have in the front line, so... We do actually take this one, so GG's, and let's go on to the next one. Okay, and here we go against the same person, except this time around they have a shield breaker, so they can actually deal with my guards despite not having reliable stuns. So that's quite an interesting thing. So that means that if I guard here, they're probably just gonna drop a puncture, right? Yeah, probably. That's probably what they want to do here. Should I still do it, though? Should I still drop the guard? Well, after that happens, I can just drop a PBS and get a lot of pressure going from there, so you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna drop a guard anyway. I don't really care. They have definitely an interesting team. It's not every day you see Shieldbreaker and a Vestal on the same team, so... I do like it. I do like the Sigma grind set on that. Bounty Hunter's probably gonna punch me again. If they fail the second punch, they're definitely gonna surrender again. That would be quite funny. Do I think that's gonna happen? I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, compared to yesterday, it looks like the Last Stand team is kind of a lot weaker than the team we were playing, but it's really just a matchup difference. Sometimes things work out for you, sometimes they don't. And this is just one of those. I've just had some of those matchups where things haven't been working out too well for me. So here comes the bolster, and now let's see what they want to do here. So it's going to be another stun. Snuff, don't let me down. Okay, it does let me down. But you know, we did resist one of the stuns, so it's okay. You definitely click here, or else you just get finished by a Heartseeker. Never get finished by a Heartseeker, it's just a one-shot, so don't let that happen. They're gonna go for Collect Bounty. They only deal 9, because that's probably a min roll, not gonna lie. They're looking for reasons not to surrender at this point, I can feel it, honestly. And... it misses. You should not do this. You should really not do this. Don't drop a Vendetta when it's not a confirmed chance of hitting. I definitely should have waited there, just even drop the grape shot and then next round go command and vendetta. But screw it, I just wanted to drop it, and now I'm gonna miss forever on that shield breaker. That's exactly what's gonna happen here. So I'm gonna drop a command buff, and we're just gonna take it from there, and there come the grape shots after it. Yeah, very silly of me not to wait, but I really wanted to get that debuff. I can be quite hasty on the vendettas. It really sucks that Vendetta only has 125 accuracy. It should honestly be something like Caltrips, like 200 accuracy and 150% debuff chance. I feel like that would be more fair for it. So they don't have finale, so I'm not really too concerned. And here come the grape shots. Look at this, just one buff, and they're actually hitting for 12. That's significant, you know, compared to the previous match. Still no crits, but that's okay. So here come the uppercuts, and they still don't get the uppercut. The reason they want to get it is so I'm forced to drop a redeem or something. So yeah, that's why they want to get it, but it's not working out too well for them. Well, I'm just gonna drop a Hanseri here, and I do actually hit the shield breaker, so that's quite good. We don't bleed her though, but we still do some stress and some, I guess, on-hit damage. Not gonna complain about it too much. They don't have Pierce, which is interesting. They have Captivate and Expose. I wouldn't really play like this. Captivate and Expose, you really need that ability in the damage team. You really need that ability to just hit a bit harder, like a Pierce, so you can actually bring characters down to 0, because Pierce Puncture doesn't really do that job for you. So here, I'm just gonna drop, if I drop a Reclaim I might die. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. If I drop a Reclaim here, I might genuinely die. It's unlikely, but like, it could happen. If I drop a Reclaim here, it could happen, I could die. So I'm just gonna drop a Redeem, let's keep it simple and just heal ourselves. Yeah, because if I Reclaim here, they could stun me and then I'll be at 5 HP, they just have to hit me with like a Zealous, and then I can't guard, and because Puncture, and then I'll just die. So they're actually going Divine Grace, that's funny, that's very funny. Do I want to drop another command buff? Sure, let's drop another command buff, and let's go for those grape shot crits. Hopefully I finally get a crit. It's been 5 matches with grape shot, and I don't think I've gotten a single crit. Maybe I got one that was very unsatisfying or something. So that's kind of the problem with Finish Him with Heartseeker, is that it one-shots you. Even against the Days, it still one-shots you, so my Flashlight is probably dead here regardless of the Redeem. Okay, that's not too much fun, but... well, I guess I'm just gonna have to live without him, right? There we go, finally, a satisfying Grape Shot crit, 18 damage. That's what usually happens, you know? That's what usually happens. That feels very good to get after all the unnecessary stuff that have been going down. So here comes the Zealous, crits me back for 14, you know, 7% crit chance on the Zealous, quite good. Guard Dog just gets countered by Puncture, so don't even try. I'm just gonna drop a Hanseri instead, get some pressure going, and pressure it is. My opponent's team is somewhat crumbling here. Another Grape Shot and they might actually be in a very rough stage. If they don't get the death blow here, they will be quite screwed. They're gonna go for the Puncture, and indeed, they are quite screwed now, because I have an Exsanguinate to drop. Oh, I wanna hit it, Nah, don't be crazy. I'm just gonna drop a Redeem here and heal myself for crit 30. Oh, that's so good. That is so much justice, actually. I feel like my opponent definitely did a misplay. They should have gone for their Shield Breaker action into their Crusader action, or even have gone for a stun on me, because I was at the store and stunnable. Very unlikely to get the stun, but like a 30% chance. You should definitely keep your higher death loadout chances for later. So you should go for, like, instead of going for a 35 and then a 40, you should go for like a 25 and then a 50. If that makes sense, if you are able to do them. If you only have one shot at getting the kill, and then there's going to be heals or guards, then sure, just go for the higher chance. If they pass, I will pass, so... no, they pass and surrender. Yeah, at this point it's really difficult for them. Like, look at my team, it's in perfect shape, and the Grape Shot Blast is coming, just gonna absolutely destroy them. So let's go on for match number 6, I believe. And here we are against I Hate You once more, and they are playing with the same team once more. They still haven't brought Brass Knuckles, or, you know, as we call it, the Tiger Finger, to just kind of nullifies some of the weaknesses of their team, which is their lack of stun chance. They're just going for the exact same thing. They actually do get to go first this time, and they go for a stun on my Harriman, which was, I believe, less than a 70% hit chance, but they do get it, so congrats on that. And we'll go for a guard here, even though I am stunned and quite puncturable. If they do that, I'll just click, and then I'll be okay. I won't hit a finish him crit for my entire health bar. So here comes the puncture that is gonna pull me to position 1, but it's not the end of the world. I really don't like puncture as an ability. Like, it just breaks guards everywhere, like from position 4 to position 4, from position 1 to position 4, from position 4 to position 1. It really doesn't make any sense. So I like guard break on the Abomination because it's only from positions 3, 2, and 1 against positions 1 and 2, so it's quite limited. And I like guard break in the form of stuns because they're also quite limited. If you don't get a stun, you don't get a guard break, right? And you also don't apply a debuff on it, which just brutal. I mean, if you want to counter a puncture, you have to move back with the character, you have to clear the debuff, and you have to guard again. So that's 3 actions, and you also have to heal for a little bit, so that's 4 actions for 1, and then they just drop another puncture again, because it's not a limited use ability or anything. It really is quite broken, and I hate it. So I'm gonna drop a Reclaim here, which is kind of a misplay. I should have gone for a Bellow first. I was just kind of reminiscing about the BS that my opponent's abilities are being, and yep, here comes the Holy Lance crit, as expected, right on time with that crit as well. And I'm just actually gonna drop a Bolster here to give me a little bit of dodge chance. It's not a lot, but with the Sturdy Buckle, I might actually get a few dodges here with 29. That is kind of my hope, that is my dream here, that is the plan, that is a hope, that is a dream, to get at least 1 freaking dodge. So they're gonna go Captivate to try and daze me with 100% stun resistance, so it's very unlikely that they get it. And in fact, they do not get it. It's also very unlikely that they even got the hit, but, you know, 80 base accuracy. But not really too much I can do about it now, is there? What I could do is I could just move back to the back, but then I get come hindered, so it's not really gonna work. I'm just gonna drop a Duelist Advance for a min-roll on this Bounty Hunter. I can guard now, but yeah, this ability exists, so it's not gonna work out too well for me. So they drop a Zealous here, I could have passed for 6, and you know, I'm gonna drop a guard, even though it's counterable by a puncture. I will not die at the very least to the immediate finish him, so I am gonna go for it anyway. If they go for a stun here, it's unlikely that they do get it. And even if they get it, I'll just guard again with the doggy, and I'll stay alive. Okay, it's rough, but it's how it must be. We have to keep the Harriman alive. My opponent's actually playing well now, focusing my Harriman down right from the get-go. So here comes the Come Hither, which doesn't really accomplish anything at all for my opponent. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I guess they can hit my doggy now with a stun if they want to, but why? I don't really know. Do I want to move forward first, or do I want to do Houndmaster action first? Oh! Bam! Okay, there we go. Shieldbreaker is stunned. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, she won't have her action until round 4, so we might actually be able to stabilize here for a little bit. Thank you for pulling me, sir. Yeah, I do bring Blackjack on the Houndmaster every now and then. Because it does have that good effect. Oh, thank goodness. I actually resist the stun. Good job, knowing instance. You're doing reasonably well. Not very well, but reasonably. I'm gonna drop another Reclaim here just so we aren't at 0 HP, or like 2 HP after the puncture. And yeah, maybe we can survive this for a little bit longer. I want to drop a command into a point-blank shot and kind of just destroy here. But it's a little bit unlikely that we do get full-on destruction. If I get a crit on it, though, it would be so freaking good. Oh, they have Collect Bounty. Oh, that's gonna hurt. It is gonna hurt quite a bit, but I think they forgot about it, didn't they? I think they did. They're looking at the Shieldbreaker. They totally forgot about it. That's so funny, actually. They forgot that was freaking marked. Well, if they went for it, I probably would have dodged, but you never know. It's the Butcher's Circus. So yeah, now they don't really have any good actions with the Bounty Hunter here. I mean, they can punch my Man-at-Arms, they can punch my doggy, and neither really accomplish anything for them. So there's that. They're still gonna go collect bounty, and yeah, indeed they did get a dodge, so that's really good for me. I could drop another reclaim if I'm crazy enough to do that. Oh, you know what? Screw this. Reclaim number 3 on this highwayman, and let's stay full on alive. You're never focusing him down now. He's just gonna have way too much HP, and the riposte as well. Oh, have I dropped Vendetta yet? I haven't. I'm gonna do it now. Oh, they dodge. Oh, that's so good. I'm gonna do it now against this shield breaker, so she actually gets hit by the riposte if she tries going for the puncture. It might actually do her entire health bar. We have a lot of damage right now. Yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it. Puncture me, do it. Okay, here comes the riposte. Oh, it's only 12. That's so sad. Well, the riposte isn't gonna stay there forever, but it's nothing after all. I can just move forward with the flagellant. I can't move forward with the flagellant right now, though. Let's keep that in mind. First, I have to move forward with men-at-arms. So let's do this first. I can get hit with a Holy Lance here, but I have 18 regen, so I don't really care. You Holy Lance me, I duelist advance you, and then your shield breaker's at this door. And you're also getting closer to this door, so that's good. I am getting stressed out here. Thank you, Sturdy Buckle, for not letting me take too much stress. And I can go for duelist advance on whoever I want. I'm gonna go for... I think I'm gonna crit you with the PBS, so I'm just gonna go for you. Yeah, nice crit 20, quite good. Now they have to heal with the Vestal, or else Hound's Diary might just be a kill on that shield breaker. It is quite likely to hit because of the Vendetta debuff on her, so that's really, really welcome here. I think dropping all those regens was definitely the play. I feel quite healthy here. That's, of course, exactly what I want. So even though they dropped Divine Grace, here come the offensive moves, and at this point they're losing again because all the regens were really quite good. Pulling my Houndmaster to position 2 really threw the match for them, because that Blackjack was really all the time I needed. Of course, the chance of actually hitting the Blackjack wasn't too good, but it did happen. So they're gonna go for that, and they drop to this door and surrender immediately. They don't even hit me for enough, thank goodness. And GG's, you're gonna take that one against the puncture match. Yeah, well, I guess Last Stand does have something going for it, even against puncture. Alright, and on to our final match. So now we're playing against La Penombre. So we have a Wee Baguette Enjoyer here. And it looks like they decided to boot up the Butcher Circus today and have a full-on defensive team. This is a lot of defense. They have Cry Havoc on the Soundmaster for that Brass Bugle shenanigans. They have 2 numbing instances in the front, and they have full healing Vestal. So this is a team that would suck against the Mark team, because the Vessel just gets pulled and then you lose. But against a team like Last Stand, maybe it has a little bit of a chance. It looks like it is still going to be 7 matches in 1 hour. We have done 6 already. Let's see if we can actually just get a 5-2 record, or if it's going to stay at, or if it's going to go like to 4-3, which isn't too good. Well, what do I want to do first is the question. Do I even want to make use of Repulse? Not really. You know what, I'm gonna drop a command first, and I'm just gonna go full on aggression here. I think that's the way to beat my opponent. They don't really have any sort of aggression on my side. They don't even have Hanseri, so they just decided to boot up the Butcher Circus and brought full on defensive moves, which isn't really gonna work out too well for them. And I'm just gonna drop the immediate Vendetta on this doggy. Hopefully get that dodge down. Yes, that's very, very good. He's gonna be down to essentially no dodge compared to, you know, all the accuracy that I'm having with the Grave Shot Blast. Things are gonna be quite good for us, hopefully. So what do they want to do here? They're just gonna go immediate Hound's Rush, which obviously misses because it's Hound's Rush. It has 90 accuracy. You don't really go for it like that. And I will just start dropping the Hound's Aries. So here we go with the pressure. Can my opponent withstand all this pressure? Well, Divine Comfort is definitely going to heal a lot, that's for sure, with 2 healing skill trinkets, and this is going to heal 23 stress if it actually does apply on every single character, so that's a lot. That's a lot of stress healing, especially considering that you have minus stress taken. Maybe you can survive for quite a while here, but I'm unsure whether you'll be able to survive forever. So they go for a 66% chance of hitting and a 50% chance of stunning, and they do actually get it, which is surprising. I go for a punish on the Crusader and I get a 30 as well, so it looks like we're both getting Novice RNG here, it appears. They are Apprentice ranked, so they don't have the Novice RNG anymore. That's kind of easy to see because this Crusader just got bled somehow, some way. So is The Last Stand a team that you should practice, a team that you should play? Yeah, for sure, absolutely for sure. It's really fun to get those grape shot crits in there when they do actually work. They're not always going to work, you're not always going to get the grape shot crits, but once you do, it just feels really fun to play this team. And having that riposte, they're just going to deal with a lot of teams very, very well. We didn't really see in this 1 hour video the kind of teams that Last Stand really counters at the top level of Butcher Circus, sadly. But it does definitely counter some teams, like Houndsary teams with a Flagellant, like, just don't really have a lot going on this, because it just has a lot of good defense. So this is definitely just going to be Houndsary spam, Houndsary full on aggression, and I don't think my opponent can really survive for too long here. I mean, try Havoc, it's gonna do something, but I wonder how much the Vessel's actually gonna heal it at Divine Comfort. Yeah, there's a miss on that. I did drop a bolster for exactly that reason, so here come the punishes. I'm gonna go for the Man-at-Arms this time, see if I get the bleed on there as well. Oh, I don't, that's sad. They have Rancid Cure on this MA, that's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, it's just the abilities that are weird, and just the trinkets that are also not very well thought out, I believe. No, not thought out, they're well thought out overall. It's just that they're not the best. If you had Sacred Blade, this team would definitely be a lot better, because then you'd have a Virtue chance on top of all this stress healing. Then you'd actually be pretty well. It's just that when you run a team like this, which is very defensive, 99% of the teams that you run that are very defensive are going to be trying to do stress in some sort of way, rather than trying to do big hits with Hound's Rush and just Mark, because Mark is an all-in kind of thing. It's not something that you just bring one character to Mark, one character to defend, one character to support. It just doesn't work. You can do it with stress teams. You have one character to try to like do DOT and stress, and then all your other characters are kind of like defending, and it works. But not with damage, because it just gets countered by heals, and then you don't have any sort of follow-up, and you won't be able to win that way. It doesn't really quite work. I don't know if it works in the base game, I have no clue. But in the Butcher Circus, it definitely doesn't. But, you know, they're gonna try. They're definitely gonna try. They might do some damage with that Hound's Rush. Oh, here come the stress heals. Okay, yeah. This one is gonna take ages. I'm just gonna play really quickly, see if that makes a difference here. Maybe they play quickly as well, I don't know. So Punish is already bringing that opponent down to 17 HP. It's getting low, but here comes Divine Grace, and it heals for 19. I was honestly expecting a bit more with both those healing trinkets, but as you know, 2 command buffs equals crits. We've known this for a very, very long time. So I'm just going to keep dropping the command buffs and keep getting more crits. So you really have to drop Cry Havoc here if you want to keep your stress down. But you're going to go for the Hound's Rush. They get a crit for 32, which is definitely good. They failed to bleed somehow. I don't think they can do enough damage onto me. No, they don't really have anything to do damage, honestly. I could drop a Reclaim on there, but I'm just going to... screw it, I'm just going to... I'm gonna drop a Reclaim just so the Man-at-Arms stays alive for a bit, and then I'm gonna drop another command buff, just keep being aggressive, and there's really nothing that your opponents can do against you, so this team is kind of like noob-proof, if that makes sense. Some teams are actually quite bad against beginners, like teams that have like Grave Robber damage and like Jester damage that just try being really, really aggressive. Sometimes they are kind of optimized to deal with the stronger teams, but not with the weaker ones, which is interesting, but it is how it works. So I'm gonna drop a command buff here, and we're just gonna go full on aggression. Hound's Ares, 2 crits, please, I wanna see a triple grape shot crit. I think I calculated the chance, or someone calculated the chance a while back, and even with like super high crit chance, like 33%, it's only like a 3% chance of getting a triple crit, which is really not that much. So yeah, it's very, very unlikely that you're actually gonna get triple crits. So, the Vessel, you have a lot of healing to do. Are you gonna go Divine Comfort? No, just Divine Grace. Ah, okay. Yeah, it does heal you for quite a bit. But the stress will catch up to you, don't you worry about that. I feel like Divine Comfort definitely heals more than Divine Grace, right? Yeah, it's party heal, it's gonna heal for a hell of a lot more. You know what's sad? It's that getting a crit heal doesn't actually give you a crit buff. I think it's quite sad. I feel like it should, but only for the Vestal. Not for the flagellant. No, definitely not the flagellant. If you get a crit heal on the flagellant and you have more bleed skill chance, like please no. Flagellant doesn't need any sort of buffs. But I feel like the vessel could use it. Like after you get a crit heal, you get more healing the next round. If you think about it, that's what the Arbalest does, but for damage. If you get a crit hit, you're gonna deal more damage the next round, which is bullshit. But it would be nice if the vessel did the same thing. Of course, it doesn't work because getting crit heals doesn't do the same as getting the crit hits normally. So I might actually be forced to just guard here with the Houndmaster because they're just going really aggressive on my MAA. That's sad. I want to drop those Hound's Ares. I might just let the Men-at-Arms die here, honestly. Then I'll miss out on the accuracy. That would be rough. I have minus 50% protection right now. That's so funny. Well, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna guard here. I only have to guard once every, like, 4 actions or so. So it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna miss like on 1 turn of command buffs. It's okay. So they're gonna go for the Divine Comfort this time around. Look at that, 9. That's very nice healing. Not gonna lie, very nice healing. And I'm just gonna keep dropping punishes here on this character. And did I get to bleed? Oh, I actually did. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. More grape shots, more Hound's Ares. We're just gonna keep pounding away at my opponent. They're actually gonna go for a stunning blow, which obviously misses. It was expected, and I'm just gonna do another grape shot here. Oh, my crits, where are they? Oh, that's a Death Star though. My opponent is so screwed. Yeah, if they were just dropping Cry Havocs and Divine Comforts, they might have been able to survive here for long enough. If they had like Zealous and Bellow, they could have they could have had a win chance, but with this, nah, just ain't no way. Ain't no way. So more Harrys. No crit, sadly, but it is working. I think I already have a pretty good idea of what tomorrow's video is going to be. I'm not going to do another 1-hour video because that would be 3 in a row, and I feel like that's a bit too much. I will do tomorrow, I'm going to do Training Whistle and Crimson Hook Houndmaster, so I'm going to have plus 11% crit chance for the Hound Fairy, and I'm going to drop a command buff on that, so it's going to be absolutely bonkers. I'm going to try to make like an immortal team with the Houndmaster and just go ham with him. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun. So the Flagellant is just going to drop her, just going to get hit by Rampart, but yeah, it doesn't matter, and I'm just going to keep dropping the command buffs. Yes. So let's skip on to the end of this match, honestly, because it's just going to be more of the same. And we're at 1 hour, I think. Alright, it didn't take very long. My opponent surrendered shortly after. They actually dropped the Cry Havoc, but then they got hit by a Punish crit on that Crusader. They were bleeding for 16, so they just ended up surrendering. And that's going to end up being 5 wins and 2 losses for the last stand, which isn't too bad at all. It's kind of difficult to kind of gauge how good a team is by win streaks, because sometimes you're gonna get lucky enough to go against a lot of weaker teams or weaker players, and you're gonna get good matchups. Other times you're gonna face WD 3 times in a row, and you're just gonna lose those 3 matches, right? It's really difficult to see how a team works through win streaks, because there's people that go like, oh, I got a 20 win streak with this team, and then I play against them once and they're like, oh my god. Yeah, because I just bring like a really strong team, and they're like, oh my god, my team crashed. And yeah, it's just how the Butcher Circus is. But you know, at least it is a fun experiment to just do like 1 hour videos and at least call it a win streak. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed today's stream and video, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.